Hello, Einar.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Einar, thank you for coming. And you told me you just came back from a training camp in Font-Romeu.
Yeah,
right?
I just came back on Monday actually from a 3-week altitude camp in Font-Romeu. So yeah, just 2 days ago.
And now you're fully depleted, or are you still full of energy after your 3 weeks in high altitude?
Well, I had one travel day where I didn't train, and one day where I just stretched my legs a little bit. So I had my first session today, and yeah, it felt kind of hard, high heart rate, but yeah, it feels quite normal.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So I guess it's all in for Olympia right now, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I think I'm not alone to be all in on that, but yeah, that's definitely one of my daily training goals. So I get a lot of motivation from that. So.
Mm-hmm. So do you have any other high altitude camps planned this preparation?
Yes, we actually are going 9 weeks to altitude this year, and we are finished with the 3 weeks. So in the end of August, we're going on a new 3-week camp to Livigno, and then a little bit before the season starts, we're going another 3 weeks to Livigno, and I think I will also go that camp maybe 1 week to Lavazet just to get some shots and in, because it's not that easy in Livigno to shoot.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that sounds good. And when you say we, it's your team, your private team?
Yes, it's my private team. So it's actually a cross-country team. But, so I'm the only biathlete. But it is, it's quite nice to be a biathlete in the cross-country team, actually. So really good team with, as I said, 9 weeks at altitude. And I think that's important for my development now.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we will get to that back later. But let's start with your beginnings, because I want to find out how you got to the point where you are today. So tell me, how did you get into sports in the first place?
Well, I guess when you're from Norway, you have to be a skier at some point. And as many others, I started with cross country at a young age. And at a certain point, I thought biathlon looked really interesting, so I wanted to start with that. But my dad wasn't that happy for me to start, actually, because you always need a parent to join you on training. Okay. But my mom was like, you have to try it. So I was allowed to start when I was like 11, 12. That's the minimum age. Where I'm from, you have to be at a certain age before you start with biathlon.
Yeah.
And then, I really liked it, and was actually quite good at it from the beginning. And my dad also really liked it, so there was no problem to bring him to the trainings. And from that point, I was doing biathlon, cross country, football, and when I was gonna choose high school, I ended up with biathlon, because I thought that was the most interesting sport for me. And I was not the best skier, and I was definitely not the best shooter as well. But when I shot clean, I was getting good results, and that gave me motivation to go on high school with sports. Yeah.
Yeah. And did your parents do any sports before? Or
no, not my brothers either, actually. So I have 2 older brothers, and they barely have done any sports. But I really have liked sports from a young age, and think that's what I always loved to do. And so that's why I ended up with some sports high school, and really just developed from there on, and got more and more interested in getting to the what we call it in Norway is a 24-hour athlete. So I got more and more professional throughout the years, and when I left high school, I was looking for a place to live afterwards, and I ended up to move to Lillehammer, where I have lived now for 4 years, and it's really the capital of biathlon. It's so many people who train here, and you learn so much from other people and good coaches, and it's really a good society to be in, and I've developed year by year, I feel like, and ended up with some good results, and really looking forward to build this career forward.
And I think you're from Trøndelag, right?
Yes, that's true. I'm actually from the same commune, the same place as Petter Northug, so that was also a big reason why I really wanted to be a cross-country skier or biathlete, a winter sport athlete, because he was just 15 kilometers from where I was born, so yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad, I guess. So why is it biathlon in the end and not cross-country skiing? What was better in biathlon, or what fascinates you more in biathlon?
Well, when you're not... I was really small for my age group. I used many years to grow, and then I had no chance in cross-country. That's why I really fell in love with... the opportunities on the range, where you can shoot better than others and beat them, even though they are skiing faster than you. So I think that's what I really liked about it in the start, that I could get some good results. But later on, I really think that it's just so much more fun to watch as an entertainment, and I really like to be a part of an entertainment sport rather than I feel like cross country is not that entertaining, even though I really like watching that as well.
Yeah, and doing that, I think.
Yeah, I like to do that as well.
Yeah. Okay. We will also talk about that a little bit later. But so you said school-wise, you went to Lillehammer when you got to high school, right?
Well, when I was 15, 16, I was going in Trøndelag. So I moved to Lillehammer when I was 19, I think, or 20 years old.
Okay, that's after school then?
Yeah, that's after school. So I don't know what it's called in English, but I have been doing some school here at Lillehammer as well, but
So like university, or...
Yeah, university here in Lillehammer, but I moved 4 years ago. Until then, I was going 3 years in Steinkjer, and actually, it's quite normal to do 4 years in high school, even though it's originally just a 3 years schooling. So I took the last year and divided it on the 2 years, so I got more time to train, and then I took 3 years in Steinkjer and 1 year in Meråker, another place in Trøndelag, and then I moved to Lillehammer.
So that's also like a sports school, or was it only special for you?
No, that's definitely a sports school, yeah.
Okay, good. So you just talked about this thing, the 24-hour athlete. What does that mean? Is it like not only training and shooting, it's also like nutrition and stuff?
Yes, it's the whole package. It's not only training, it's also the restitution part and the nutrition part, and to do that every day, every single day, throughout the whole year, throughout many years. That is what I mean by a 24-hour athlete, where you do not only have the focus on the training part, because that's a huge part, obviously, but the better you get, the more you have to be focused on the other parts of being an athlete as well, to get to take those new steps. Yeah.
So it's more like a lifestyle, right?
Yeah, it's definitely more like a lifestyle, and I think you have to develop this lifestyle to take to get the results you need, you want.
I also think so, and I'd like to talk a little bit about your first steps in biathlon, because your first international races were in 2023, when you had been 21 years of age, so that's quite late, I would say. Why did you never make it to the international stage in your youth years?
Well, I have always struggled a bit with shooting, and that was what stopped me from going international in my youth years. But also I had a big injury my second year as a junior.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first it was Corona, so we didn't get to compete that much. But the second year of junior, I got injured the day before the season started, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And it was my knee who got injured, and that set me out of the whole season. So from November to May, I was injured, and I got operated, and had to get back to where I was. So I didn't compete at all for over half a year. And that year I was in good shape. So I think maybe the international debut could have came 1 year earlier. But yeah, sometimes you are unlucky, and this was a whole year for me who didn't go as planned.
Yeah, it didn't sound so good. I think in your knee, was it like what is it called? I don't know. Torn cruciate ligament or something like that?
I don't know what it's called in English, but I had a menisc. It's something that had to be operated, and I had to go
like
on.
What the football players often have also?
Yes, it is. And I actually
got it. Quite unusual for a skier, right?
Yeah, but it was actually in football. I got it at first, but so I got it like 1.5 years before, and then I was just beating this injury up and up and up, and at the end it was so broken that I beat it up in skiing. So on the training day before the first competition of the year, I was just going to have a sprint, and then I got injured. And this time it didn't go. It didn't heal by itself because it had done that before. But this time I was going 2 months without it getting better, and then I had to get an operation day. So in January I got operated, and after that is 5 months with recovery, and so it took a long time. So the year after, actually, when I started to plan the next year with my coach, I was telling him that this year I have to get to the Junior World Championships. If not, I'm going to retire, because now I have so many years with no results, and I can't go all in on this if I'm not going to have the results at some point. So actually it was really important for my career that I got qualified for the Junior World Championships in Kazakhstan.
Yeah, but before that, where did you compete? In the Norwegian Cup and so on?
Yes, it was only the Norwegian Cup for me.
Okay, and how successful were you there in the Norwegian Cup?
Not that successful, but the year where I qualified for the Junior World Championships, I was quite successful, yeah. So, but the year before, not the year before, but it was 3 years before when I competed, because of my injury and Corona. It was so long time since I had competed.
3 years, no races.
2 years, no races. So that 20, I don't remember the years exactly, but my youth years, I was not that good, no.
But did you always feel like you had, I don't know, the ability in you to be one of the best one day, or what was the thing that kept you going on and on?
Yeah, I thought that I could be one of the best, and I have been really serious about my training and such. So I really was, maybe it was kind of foolish, but I thought to myself that I was could be one of the best, and when you believe and you really train day by day, year after year, at some point the results gonna come. And for me, it was I was a late bloomer, but when the results first came, it really was it was greater than I ever expected.
Yeah, so I think it wasn't foolish from you to think that. So in 2023, the time had come. You were part of the junior team for the World Championship in Shushinsk. Do you remember what you expected from your first World Championships there?
Well, for me, as I said, it was just a big achievement to even get in the troop, to go to Kazakhstan, and it was my first ever international competition, and such a cool country to go and compete in. So that was just, I felt like a big goal was already achieved. And well, everybody knows that when you comes from Norway, when you compete for Norway, a medal is always possible. And I had seen out the sprint, that was my biggest chance for a medal. And that was in the end of the championship, and I was looking forward to that one especially, but I had not that many goals. Like, I didn't know where I was gonna stand in never competed international before, so I didn't really know what to expect.
But I guess that changed very quickly, because in your first race, the individual, you got second.
Yeah.
After that, you also won gold with the relay, so that must have been quite a good start for you.
Yeah, it was so weird, because actually we was 3 people who didn't get this green light to the individual before, like 2 days before, maybe 3 days before, because we were like quite similar. One was a really good shooter, the other was like quite a good shooter and quite a good cross-country skier, and then you had me, who was more of the cross-country skier. Mm-hmm. So we had to actually have a test race in Kazakhstan to prove that we could go. And at that race, I was shooting really bad and cross-country skied really fast. And the good shooter, he was shooting really good, but cross-country skied really bad. And like the one who was like in between us, he was also he was shooting quite good and cross-country quite good. So it was not certain that I was going to go the individual at all. But at the end, they gave me a spot, and I'm really happy for that.
Yeah, I mean, it paid off in the end. You got to be the junior with the most points at those World Championships, and with being second again and fourth in the sprint and pursuit. But what was the big achievement for you? The individual performance and the medals, or being like the best junior at that World Championships?
Well, many people can have luck in the individual and really get a good race, but it's hard to have luck in 3 different races. So I definitely think that was my biggest achievement, to be the best junior overall. And for me, I still can't understand it, because I never shot that good in my life ever before, or even after. I never shot so good. And
also the relay not so good.
No, the relay was really bad. That was my true colors. So, but that was also kind of lucky that I got a really bad race that day, because my teammates, who are really good biathletes, Nevland, Frey, and Trym, they secured the win anyways, and I ended up with the best of both worlds. So that was a big clutch. I feel like I don't think anyone expected me to do that, and I definitely didn't expect that myself.
Yeah, I also think it was a surprise, because you were never on the big stage before, international stage before, so it was quite a big surprise for all the fans in the world. But because you were the best junior, you were also allowed to attend the World Cup final in Oslo in 2023. I think that's a special moment, especially at home. How did you feel about your debut in front of the home crowd?
It's so weird, because I literally came from Kazakhstan 2 days before the first World Cup race. I think we had like a 30-hour traveling day with 7 hours of time difference from Kazakhstan to Norway. Mm-hmm. And it was straight from the airport to Oslo, to the hotel where we stayed at for the World Cup. So it was just smack. It happened so fast, and I really didn't have time to think about anything. I feel like it just happened, and suddenly I was gonna go my World Cup debut, and I don't know what it felt like, because it, as I said, it happened so fast, so you really don't get time to reflect on what you just did before the next big thing happens. And I think I have had more time to reflect on it afterwards, but there and then I just went with the flow, and such a great 2 weeks of my life, and really enjoyed it, but at the same time didn't really understand it.
Yeah, and I think it's also crazy because you just were a junior competing at the Junior World Championships, and now you're with the best in the World Cup, and I guess there's a completely different atmosphere. How did you see the difference between those two extremes?
For me, everything was new. As I said, the Junior World Championships was also a brand new experience for me. And then I came to World Cup, and such a nice team to be in, with the big stars in Norway, who really was easy to talk with, and really just was friendly with me from the start. And I felt like one of the guys, really just from the beginning. And the difference, I don't feel like it was such a big difference, actually. And it was just a cool experience, and I don't know.
But didn't you know the stars from Lillehammer, because a lot of them also train there?
No, never talked to them before the Junior World Championships. No, I meant after the World Cup, because I was kind of a nobody that just was on our random private team, and then I hadn't ever trained with the best of the best, and barely knew Isaac Frey and Nevland, and they were also juniors, so I didn't know that many people, actually. And so I had to, but I got to know many of them in those 2 weeks, and really nice people.
Yeah, and I think with a 28 rank in your first World Cup sprint, it wasn't so bad for you, for someone your age back then. So what do you think about your performance there?
Well, I don't think I ever have skied a race where I felt so little pressure, actually, because everyone was just telling me, just enjoy the experience. You have no pressure, and this is only one time in your life you get this chance to really get your debut. It's only one day in your life, and I was really reflecting on that, and didn't feel the pressure, just wanted to enjoy the big experience, and just had some good talks before the races with the coaches who was at the World Cup, and then I had one of my best races ever with that attitude, and 10 out of 10 targets down, and at 28th place. Couldn't really dream of anything better than that. And then I qualified also for the next races.
Yeah, for the pursuit, of course, where you also competed. So I think that's the first achievement for everyone that's starting in the World Cup for the first time. But after that season, with being so successful, becoming the best junior, having a good World Cup debut, so everything looked really promising for you. What did you imagine would be the next step for you in your career?
Well, after that, I got a place on the under 23 national team, and I was really expecting to get my shooting good.
So is that the B team, the recruiting team?
No, it's the one below.
So the junior team.
It's a junior
in
team.
Norway.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had big expectations to get my shooting stable and on a high level. That was really my expectations, and also obviously to take new steps physically. But as I said, my shooting always have been my weakest point. But after Junior World Championships and World Cup, where I shot really good, I was hoping to just build on that good momentum. So that was, I felt, now we take the next step and get at this level of, but that did not happen at all. So
but the motivation was quite high.
The motivation was high, and my expectations also was quite high. But I really couldn't figure out the shooting after that season. Even though I shot really good at the end of the previous season, I struggled so much at the shooting range throughout the whole summer and throughout the whole winter as well, and really haven't got back to that shooting ever since.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 years ago that you had this World Cup debut and also the Junior World Championships there. And since then, you've only competed in one IBU Cup race at last year's European Championships in Breslau-Osabli. So why only one race?
No, because I have missed way too many targets. And I have to say my debut in the IBU Cup was maybe one of the worst debuts a Norwegian ever have had, so that didn't help either. I won actually the overall Norwegian Cup as the first year of the senior. But so that was I can't complain about that. But I just have not been stable. It only have been these single races, never many in a row. Mm-hmm. And I really don't. I've trained so much shooting and haven't cracked the code. And I don't know the answer to why. But the simple answer to why I have not competed internationally that much is because I have shot way too bad.
Okay, but when you win the Norwegian Cup, you can't be that bad. So there must have been a point where they think, okay, this guy is not so bad. Maybe we should try him more often in the IBU Cup, because it's 2 seasons where you only had one race now.
Yeah, well, the Norwegian level is so high, so they don't let me go IBU Cup just for fun. You really have to show up for the races that you are competing in, and I have not done that, so it's fair that I have not competed
it's fair
anymore. Yeah, it is actually.
Okay.
So yeah, you have to show up as a Norwegian every time because the level is so high. The IBU Cup guys are almost at the World Cup level, so then you can't shoot around 70%. It's just not good enough.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the numbers. But on the other hand, I think it's not so easy to cope with that, right? So how are you coping with being like in such a strong team and don't getting into the international races?
I feel when my results are not that good, I don't feel I deserve it either. So I really look at it as a strong, that's why so many people are good in Norway, because of the high level, because we get pushed every day to become better. Yeah. So at the same time as it is frustrating that everyone is so good and we can't compete internationally, I think it's also the strength of Norway, because we do have the highest level athletes, and I think that's because we get pushed so hard. And so when we first get the chance internationally, you see again and again that we really get the good results, and that is probably. Yeah, it's a good side to the high level, but it's also a frustrating side because I can't. I have went for a Norwegian Cup in Biathlon for 2 years now, and really want to compete internationally, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. But doesn't it also make you doubt whether what you're doing is still the right thing?
Yeah, I definitely have thought about it, especially since it has gone so good for me in cross country the past years. So I definitely have thought about it, and of course I can't. I feel like I can't go Norwegian Cup in biathlon when I have a choice. Well, almost a choice to go World Cup in the cross country. So if that's the case for the upcoming seasons, I definitely have to consider my choices. But as I started this conversation with, I really like biathlon, and it's such an entertaining sport, and it's so cool to see all the fans out in Europe. So, and also my experience from Holmenkollen is just a good memory, and I really, really want to do that once more.
I think not only once, maybe a little bit more often.
Hopefully more, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, shortly after the last season, or the season where you started for the last time, you caused quite a sensation when you competed in the Blink last summer, because you won a race, not in biathlon, you won the cross-country skiing sprint there. So how surprised were you yourself about that result?
I had to go the prologue where you have to qualify, and I was really doubting myself that I even could come through that, and so that was kind of my I didn't expect that much, and then I came second in the prologue, and really just was a much better sprinter than I ever thought. So that was my first sprint I ever competed in as well.
Ever?
So, yeah, well, I went one when I was 17 years old, but then I was out in the prologue, so I never got to go heat, and so that is, I will say, my first time ever.
Yeah.
And another day where I just don't know what happened, and really was in great shape and a lot faster than I thought, and to beat Shanava on the last meters was quite an experience.
I mean, it's crazy. You had tough competition there with Shanava and other guys that are really strong in the World Cup, so the best sprinters in the world, and you won this race.
Yes, I feel like the only one who wasn't competing there was Klaebo, and but Pellegrino and Shanava was there, and it was crazy. So it was a sensation, and the reason why I wasn't going biathlon that day was because I didn't have a team. Since it was relay on the biathlon, so I just why not go cross country? It's I have nothing to lose, and then I end up with a victory, and after that day I was kind of eager to beat them more, because it's quite fun to be a biathlete and beat cross country skiers.
Yeah, it's just like you had this idea in at that day, because you didn't have a relay spot, and you started then in cross-country skiing, and in the end you won that race, and that, I don't know, there came this spark that made you consider cross-country skiing seriously?
Well, kind of. Since some days prior I also became fourth on Lysebotn Up, so I had kind of this my capacity was good, and my sprint was good, so that combined gave me kind of, it lighted a spark that we wanted to do this more. But I also know that roller skis are quite different from skiing.
Yeah, and I think also before that there was the qualification for the biathlon season in Schuschön in front of the winter. So what was your goal before the last season?
Well, my goal was to qualify for IBU Cup, but that also was a really bad biathlon race, and I was missing way too many targets and really didn't ski that fast either, because I don't know really why, but my shape was getting better and better throughout the season. So,
but I also saw that you were quite good in a cross-country skiing race shortly after Schuschön. So I think the shape was there, or maybe not on point, but it shouldn't have been so bad in Schuschön, right? Especially in skiing.
It was definitely not the shape that was the problem. It was definitely the shooting. And 1 week after Schuschön, I went to the national opening in cross country, and there I really was really unlucky with my skis, but I felt like my shape was better. And then the week after that again, I was competing in the Norwegian Cup in cross country, and that weekend I actually took a choice to go and ski cross country rather than biathlon, because it was Norwegian Cup in both the same weekend. So yeah, I really wanted to try to compete in one sprint more, because it was a sprint that week in cross country. And then I also a little bit after I actually was considering to go the 10 kilometer in cross country as well. So that was also a thing I was, let's go to that race as well, not only the sprint. So I went for 10K and the sprint that week, and I ended up with winning the 10K.
Yeah.
And really didn't do that good in the sprint. But from that race, I also was suddenly qualified for cross-country World Cup in Lillehammer.
But what was the idea behind going cross-country? Was it just the thing to test what's possible for you, or was it more like, okay, I'm not here in biathlon in the IBU Cup, so I just go cross-country skiing and look what happens?
No, well, I had in my back of my mind it is a sprint in VM in Trondheim, and since my first sprint went so good in Blink, I really wanted just to try it, so I didn't regret that I didn't try. So that was my only goal for that weekend, and I don't really know what it's called, but I actually was too late to what is it called
to get into the lists.
To get into the list. I was too late. I had to send emails and just write to ask if I could compete in 10K as well, because I figured, why shouldn't I race that race as well, because it's the same week, so why not? And at the end, it was that race I was the best at, and I ended up, as I said, with winning. And that really, I think that was kind of a game changer for me this season. That confidence I got from that race really sparked. I almost feel like I got better at cross country just by winning that race. And
it was at the end of last November, right, in Gala?
Yes, that's right. That's right.
So how did you rate your performance in this race? Because what is like the level in that competition also? I think it was a Norwegian Cup also, right?
Yes, that's right. So the level is super high, and Iver Tildem Andersen was racing, and Mattis Stenshagen, and a lot of Håvard Moseby as well, and all those three have previously taken podiums in the World Cup, and as well as many other Norwegians that are on a really high level. So I will rate the competition as really high, and I will rate out of the races I went to, maybe that's not my biggest achievement. Like I have raced faster, but it was really good competition, so I think my form was better than I thought.
But besides from your Blink results, did you know that you were able to go that fast on skis?
No.
So you never had any experience in training where you had a good enemy and a good opponent that you said, okay, he's really fast and I can hold with him?
No, I was never expecting to win, and it was more just to go the sprint and not regret that I didn't try. That was my only goal by that weekend, and had never imagined to win. And when I started quite early, because I have high FIS points, so I don't get the best starting position.
Yeah.
And then people came to me and said, like, you might win this actually, and I did not believe them, because not in my wildest dream I thought I would win a Norwegian Cup. But at the same time, my training had been really good throughout the whole summer and so far that winter. So I knew that I was in good shape, but not that good.
So it must have also been like a mental component that you switched in your head that made click, and from that point on you could ski faster?
Yeah, I think so. From when I got that win, I really was confident in myself. And as I said, I felt like that also lifted my performances. I generally think that my shape was getting better just by winning.
Yeah, and I think that also brought you to your first World Cup experience in cross-country skiing, where you finished 8th, which also is quite good. So how did these successes also affect your journey in sports, the direction you want to go, you know?
The World Cup in Lillehammer actually was a weird experience because I think I was so nervous before that race. I didn't really feel nervous, but I threw up 3 times before the race, and I have never threw up before. So after breakfast, I just could finish 50%, and then I had to throw up, and then I had to call the the head coach in cross country and just tell him that I don't think I'm sick, but I threw up, and what should I do? And he just said to me that only just eat candy and take a lot of carbohydrates. So I did, and it was better, and I went up to the stadium and was going to on the ski test. And then I threw up like crazy much on my way to test skis. And then I just had to turn back and go to the waxing van and tell both the coach and the one who has in charge of your physical capacity. And I told them that I might be sick actually, because I threw up once again, and I have never threw up before, and now I've done it twice. And then I was just sent to my car. You have to stay in your car and be there. Do not meet anyone, because we don't want anyone to get infected.
Yeah.
And they was calling the one who was my reserve to ask if he was close by, and I was so unsure if I was going to compete that day. When I was warming up, I felt like shit, and 20 minutes before the start, I was just telling myself, okay, I go for it, now I will race. And then it was quite a good result. I'm really happy with my 8th place, but when I came in, I also threw up once again after the race. So it was just a weird experience, and I didn't feel like that was my highest level, and that also was kind of a nice feeling after 8th place, and I still felt like I can do more. I am better than this.
Yeah, and you got 8 with that story. That's crazy. But you said to me earlier that in the World Cup, in your debut in Biathlon, you were not so nervous. And now here in cross-country skiing, where you have nothing to lose, I think, you were super nervous?
Yes, and I have to say I didn't feel that nervous, but I think I was a lot more nervous than I thought I was. But I felt like now I'm going to compete on a stage where I really don't belong at, and I have to defend like biathlon's repetition. Yeah. And also I have taken places. I've taken this World Cup place from a real cross-country skier, so I feel like I have to show up for him as well. And I had kind of a lot of pressure on my shoulders, I felt like, and I think that made me really nervous in many days, and I don't think I really recognized that I was, but I don't think I had thrown up if I was not nervous.
Mm-hmm. But I think your biggest highlight came in March this year, at home in Oslo, you participated in the 10K interval start, and you became second, shortly behind the winner Amundsen and in front of the GOAT, Johannes Hoesflot Klaebo. And Einar, take us with you back to that day. What happened there in Oslo?
Well, that was a much better experience than Lillehammer. My training had been really, really good throughout the whole winter, and me and my coach had these sessions on the roller skiing mill, where we saw the numbers was really good, and we really had confidence that I actually can take podium on this race.
Okay.
So for sure, I was like, for sure I'm gonna be top 6 this day, because I felt so good, and it was I never had any bad days like for months, and so good training. My numbers were good, and I went to Holmenkollen. I actually borrowed a pair of skis from Martin Nevland. That also was good. Really good to go on, and I was choosing that for my Voxer, and I had an early bib, so I just decided that this day I'm gonna do my own race. I'm going out here, and I think I started number 8, so I had no times to lean on, and I was really eager to just set a benchmark for all the others. So I was going all out from the start, and really wanted to be a part of this race from the very first meter. And I didn't care if I got tired at the end. I rather wanted to compete among the best from the first meter than be behind all the way. And then it was one of those days where you can push a long way, and then I was kind of tired the last 2K, but I knew I had a lot of confidence going into this race, and I knew that I could get on the podium if I just have a normal good day. And my skis were great, my shape was good, and I have to say, even though I thought I could get on the podium, I really didn't think I could beat Klaebo and only be 5 seconds behind Amundsen. But it was a really enjoyable experience, and that's something that I can live long on.
Yeah, I mean, it's also crazy because Klaebo won, I think, 1 or 2 weeks before every medal in the World Championships in Trondheim.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, that's super crazy to achieve this, I think. But you also started in Biathlon in this year, right? So you also made some appearances at the Norwegian Cup.
Yeah, I won 1 Norwegian Cup, and I got 2nd and 3rd, and then I also went. This was after the World Cup. Then I went to the Norwegian, like the championships. Norwegian
Yeah, for sure.
championships.
But you didn't make it also to the IBU Cup in this year.
No, not this year either.
Yeah, so you, because I also looked some of those races up, and there were races where you won, but I think they always count in 2 races on one weekend, right? So
yeah, that does. So I didn't really get 2 good races in a row, and I had I think I podiumed on 50% of my races. At some point, it was like a good streak there, but the other half was really bad. And then when you compete for Norway, you don't qualify on only 50% good results.
Okay, so tell me if I'm right here, but I think you set yourself one last deadline. You competed in the Norwegian Nationals in Biathlon in late March, and there you wanted to prove yourself once again whether you have or what it takes or not.
Yeah, so the Norwegian Championships were at the same times as cross country, so I had to choose once again between those 2. And for me, I really wanted to go biathlon, and I said to myself that I have to have some good results on this weekend, because now I have an 8th place from World Cup and 2nd place from World Cup in cross country. So I feel like I can't be a biathlete if this is the case. So I have to get some good results the last weekend of this season, the national championships. And the sprint was on a Friday, and it was another really shit day.
Yeah.
And I remember that I talked to Johan Olav Botten after the race, and I said to him, yeah, now I'm done. I have just retired. Now I'm a cross-country skier. Yeah, I'm done. Next year is only going to be full all in on cross-country. But yeah, things can change in biathlon, and that's the beautiful thing about this sport, that you always can change it over the night.
Yeah, I think sport still writes the best stories, right? You win the second race, the must start, with an impressive performance, especially on skis. So what did that win mean to you?
Well, I think saved my career in biathlon once again.
Yeah.
And I won the national championships. I have never had a medal from nationals, even in the junior years. So that was just icing on the cake on this season, where I won a big race where Sturla was competing and all the IBU boys were also competing, and obviously the World Cup boys as well. And I just felt when I was crossing the line that this is so much cooler than winning a cross-country race. And it was a nice feeling to get that victory. And I said on the live television straight after that, now I'm a biathlete again.
Yeah, I saw that. But before that, did you really believe that you could turn this around in this must start after the sprint you had before?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, yeah, that's crazy how things can turn. Yeah, I mean, overall, your performance was really strong on that weekend, and it seems like you made a huge jump in skiing within the last year. So how did you manage to do that?
A good question. I've trained really good for many years, I feel like, and it doesn't always get paid right after. Sometimes it takes some years where you don't really take that huge of a steps, but and then you get paid for all the hard work. And I think it was kind of that who happened, that I have trained good for many years, and suddenly I got paid for all the hard work, and really took a huge step in my cross-country, in my shape, and that resulted in good cross-country races.
And did you change anything in your training to go so fast now?
Well, I have always tried to take new steps every year, and that as we started this conversation with talking about the 24-hour athlete, I really want to move to become that person. So for every year I have tried to do something better. It always is some small things or big things that you can change to improve. And so for me, I have tried to improve the many small things like nutrition and sleep, but also my training. I also take little steps in the training. So I trained a lot of hours last year, and at the same time I was focusing on nutrition and sleep, and that gave good results.
So are you tracking your nutrition? Or
no, I do not, but just have a focus on carbohydrates and proteins. So as well as I think my main focus is obviously training and sleeping.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's also a good thing. But do you think you are like the fastest Norwegian biathlete right now?
Well, I think I am the fastest in cross country. The biathlete who can go a cross country ski race fastest. But if I go biathlon fastest, I don't know. It is quite a difference actually in going 10k or 3 times 3.3k. That's is a little bit different way to solve the races, and as well you have the weapon on your shoulders. That is also a little bit different way to ski on. So I don't want to say that I'm the fastest biathlete. We'll see this winter, but I have to admit that I think I'm the fastest cross-country skier right now in biathlon, and hopefully the fastest cross-country skier of them all.
Yeah, I mean, it looks promising right now, but I mean, despite your good results, you didn't get a spot on the Norwegian national team. So how did you react to the news when you heard you have no spot there?
Well, I didn't expect to get a spot either, so...
Really? Also after your fast skiing times in cross-country skiing, and also your win at the nationals?
Well, the nationals... Oh yeah, you meant biathlon national team?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I didn't really expect to get on the team, but I definitely thought that I would be close. But I feel like they didn't really have me as an option either. So that was kind of surprising for me, since if you can solve the shooting for me, I'm gonna be a good biathlete. But I don't think they really looked that much on my cross-country results, because I talked with one of the coaches, and I was quite far down the list actually to get on the national team. And I think that's I feel like that's kind of disappointing, and also quite defensive move to not look at the cross-country skiing as well, because shooting is something you can literally change over the night. And I was a little bit disappointed, and but at the same time I was not expecting a place on the national team, but I definitely was expecting to be one of those names who was competing for a spot. But luckily I have had a really good plan B with my private team where I am now, Team Gast, where we are such a good trainer, and really good training we do, and 9 weeks at altitude. It's more than the B team actually. So I feel like a lot of the things that Team Gast has is actually better than the national team. So I can't complain by my situation at all.
But didn't they tell you why you didn't get a spot in the national team, in the B team or something? Well, that?
They told me, and that is because I shoot. I have not that many good results in biathlon, and that is because I shoot not too good. So that is the reason, and it's fair. I, as I said, I didn't expect to get a place, but also I think it's a little bit defensive to have that mindset. But I'm not mad at all, and really are happy for those who got the place, because they are also great biathletes, and probably better. They are better biathletes than me, but I feel like my potential could be my benefit, but they didn't look at it that way. So.
Mm. Okay, yeah. I mean, you just said that after your nationals win, you said that you will be a biathlete now and focus 100% on biathlon. And now a few weeks ago, the news came that, you weren't sure again. So what's the situation now?
Well, that's right. I'm not sure, but right now I'm actually, my main focus is actually cross country. But I do shoot. I shoot 2 to 3 times a week, and I dry shoot a lot. So I cross my fingers that I can take some steps. But for me this year, maybe at the Olympic distance of 10K in cross country is my main goal. But I also train a little bit biathlon, and So if I'm really lucky, I will crack the code and shoot good. And actually, so far, so good. I have taken some steps in shooting, and so it seems like it works. But I know that I do not do a good enough job to get to the World Cup level. I think as of now, I probably are on schedule to maybe can compete in the IBU Cup. Yeah, because my shooting is improving. But I know deep down that I do not do a good enough job to get to the World Cup level. But on the long term, I really want to be a biathlete, and so it's only for this season I go more in for cross country, and that's my theory is that if I take some steps in shooting this year, it will be a lot easier job next year to do a comeback in biathlon.
Yeah, I mean, from what I'm hearing now from you is that biathlon is your passion, the thing that's driving you the most in sports, and cross-country skiing is now just a thing that you're doing because you experience that you're not so bad in it. So isn't it in the end better to go with the heart and say, okay, I follow my passion, I have 100% fun with it, and in the end, I will maybe do it, because if I look at your skiing times at the nationals and stuff, and also in cross-country skiing, I think it's quite obvious when you hit some targets, you will be on the podium in the World Cup.
Yeah, but I think I do kind of best of both worlds right now, because sometimes you just gotta go with the flow, and right now my flow is in cross country, and yes, my heart is in biathlon, but I am 23 years old and really want to compete on the highest level, and for this year I think my biggest chances are in cross country. Also, it's on an Olympic, and yeah. I don't know if I have time to get on the highest level in shooting to get to the Olympics in biathlon. That's why I kind of do both, but lean in more in cross country.
But don't you think that there are, I mean, you also have only 4 spots in this race, in the 10K in Olympia, right?
Yes.
So do you think it's really easier for you to get into there, because maybe 3 spots are reserved right now in the cross-country skiing team?
Well, I don't know, but I have to say that I will not be disappointed if I do not make the Olympic. That's kind of my dream goal, but my main goal is probably to just go some World Cup races and try to improve year by year and up my results from last year. So yes, the Olympic is something I think about, but it's also not kind of Olympics or a bad season. It's more of a dream to be there.
Yeah. Okay. So I think it's also funny that when you compete in biathlon, they call you the cross-country skier, and when you compete in cross-country skiing, they call you the biathlete. So how is it for you to have no real identity?
Well, I think it's fun to be a biathlete when I cross country, because they really don't like to be beaten by a biathlete. So I like that. And this year I might actually, I think I will be a cross country skier when I compete in biathlon as well. So as you said, I have no identity. And if you get beaten by me, that's a shame, because I'm not doing your sport.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, it's nicer for you. But I also followed your arguments with Poroma, right?
Yeah.
He's the guy that's always bothering you with being no real biathlete and stuff.
Yeah, and he have had some comments throughout the years where he called biathletes bad cross-country skiers, so they have to change sport and shoot a little bit. And when you say that and then you get beat twice by a biathlete, I don't follow his him.
Yeah. Okay, so how's your current prep going so far? Is it good? I heard you changed a little bit with your training approach. You're still shooting, but not so much. And as you said, you're focusing more on cross-country skiing now.
Yes, so my development this season is actually going really, really good. And after such a good season last year, I didn't really expect to take that huge of a steps. But so far, I've actually improved a lot in VO2 and the threshold pace.
10%, I heard.
Yes, 10%. And that is really a lot when I already had quite a high level. So
10% is crazy, right? I mean,
and that was only in 2.5 months where also the off-season was. So it was only 1.5 months with good training. So the changes I have done have really worked. And now I'm going for new tests on Friday, actually, in 2 days after the altitude to check if that also gives me an improvement. But I have trained really good, and shooting is going quite good. It's some ups and downs still, but overall it's a little bit higher level than I had last year. So I'm happy with where I am, but I think I need some more months to get stable on shooting.
Yeah, and you just told me before we started this conversation here on the mic that you have a unique way of training. I don't know if it's unique, maybe for a German, but not for a Norwegian. Can you explain it again, what you said there?
Well, I actually have no plan when I train.
Yeah.
I do not plan my training at all. I do double thresholds and sessions, and that is I know which days they are on. I always do them on Mondays and Fridays, so that's double threshold days. But all the other days I just train day by day, and I can wake up a morning and don't know what to train after breakfast. Then I choose, okay, today I go 3 hours, or okay, today I cycle. That is kind of my approach to training, and for me training is really easy. I just have this chill relationship with it, and I really like it, because if you would have sent me a message and asked if I want to run for 2 hours tomorrow, I would say, yeah, that's fine. And then that way I can train with people whenever I want, and at the same time I just do what I have motivation to do. But I have to, there's no doubt that I train a lot, so it's not that I have a chill relationship with it, but at the same time it makes me want to do this day by day, and I like the way of living this way.
Yeah, I don't know if I will come back to that offer one day, but don't you have any benchmark, or I don't know, any things you need to hit in your training that makes you see that you make improvements and stuff?
Well, we have quite a lot of testing, and that's where we
like hours, or intensity rates and so on.
No, the double threshold day is kind of planned, I have to say. So I often have 1 hour in the morning and 45 minutes in the afternoon. So those days I'm getting my threshold hours in, and then I obviously, the older I get, the more control I have over the training. So now I hit my goals even though I'm not thinking too much about it, but there's no problem to get the hours in. It's more of a problem to take the days easy, the easy days easy. It can be hard sometimes to take the training down when I train this way, because it's so when I am used to train a lot, so then it kind of feels like I'm almost not training if I train a little bit less. But that's the only downside of this way, I feel like. So, but there's never a problem to get a lot of hours in.
Okay. Yeah, that's good if it works for you. And as we saw, it works. So you just told me that your goals are more focused on cross-country skiing now. So how does the plan look until the season starts? Will you go for the races in Geilo? The season opening in Biathlon?
Yes, I will. So first now, next week actually, I'm going to Blink. And there I will compete at least one day in Biathlon.
Yeah.
And then I also will go the nationals, the summer competitions, national championships there. I will go them in
Biathlon.
Biathlon.
Yeah.
So that will actually be like 2 or 3 days after I come home from altitude camp.
That's good.
Yeah, we'll see. It might be good, might be shit. We will see.
Yeah.
And then I will go the season opening at Geilo and the season opening at Beto, where it's cross country. So I have two races or two openings this year, and both of them are equally important for me.
Okay, so if you get an IBU Cup spot, you will also start in Biathlon?
Yes, I take it a little bit as it comes there as well. So obviously I choose a World Cup spot over IBU Cup spot if I get it in cross country. But if I get IBU Cup spot, I will be super happy. And that is in biathlon. That is kind of my goal, to get an IBU Cup spot. Because
so this year you would turn it down, the IBU Cup spot, when you get a World Cup spot in cross country skiing?
Yeah, I definitely choose World Cup over IBU Cup, but we'll see how my results are, and I will be super happy if I qualify for IBU Cup, and I will be super happy if I qualify for World Cup in cross country as well. So it's but it might not happen either of them. So just I will have to take it as it comes.
Yeah, we will see. I mean, with the numbers you just said, I think it's not so bad for you right now. Is there also the opportunity for you to get into the World Cup directly in biathlon, or?
I don't actually know. Since it is kind of a point system, if I'm not mistaken, you have to have competed in IBU Cup before you compete in the World Cup.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm qualified for that actually. Maybe I have to go through IBU Cup before.
Okay.
That's just IBU Cup rules. Well, IBU rules. So I don't really know, but if I qualify for the World Cup in biathlon, that will be the best outcome for sure.
So then cross-country skiing is over for you.
Oh, yes.
That's nice. So yeah, maybe let's jump or step away from biathlon for a second, or also from cross-country skiing. What do you do when you're not skiing or shooting?
Well, I do not do that much, to be honest.
Yeah.
I really do not have any answer to that, because that's what my days go by to. I only train and sleep, I feel like. So it's just I have nothing regular things that I do. But obviously I do have dinners with friends and do some activities with friends, but nothing regularly. And I have no hobbies really beside cross country and biathlon. So my days are often the same: train and sleep and train and eat.
And it's not boring for you?
No, I kind of like it. So
okay.
But
So
the days are a little bit different, and it's just that I have no regular things that I do beside. But some days I am with friends, and some days I'm only with my girlfriend, and so it's not the most exciting life maybe, but I like it.
Yeah, I heard your girlfriend is also not so happy that you want to go cross-country skiing, right?
No, she's not, and I live with her, so I have to pretend that I'm a biathlete at least.
Yeah, okay. So in the end, let's do my little section here.
Rapid fire.
Yeah, that's it. And there are questions that I always ask my guests, and you can answer just with one word or one sentence or however you like, also longer, as you wish. And if you're ready, we can start.
I'm ready.
Okay, so do you have any rituals before the start of a race?
Not beside like taking caffeine, Nomeo, and sometimes I take P-carb as well. So that's only my rituals.
And throwing up sometimes?
Yeah, that have become one of my rituals now.
But
No.
caffeine, do you take it with a coffee or is it more like a supplement?
Supplement.
Okay. So what's your favorite World Cup venue except of Oslo that you've visited, or maybe also other venues you've visited?
Well, I don't think I have visited any others, but maybe I have to say Trondheim after the World Championships there.
Mm-hmm. And your favorite racing format in biathlon?
It's a sprint.
Prone or standing shooting?
Actually, I'm kind of a standing guy. I actually shot a little bit better in standing last year than prone.
Okay. So what's the coolest thing about biathlon for you or on your job as a biathlete?
The flexibility that it's so much new things that's happening in the training days, and also the challenge to hit those targets.
And on the other side, what annoys you the most about your job?
To hit those targets.
Okay. So until this point in time, what was your favorite moment in biathlon?
Definitely. Well, actually, I think I have to go with the pursuit in Junior World Championships.
Okay,
where
yeah.
I came second, because then I knew that I was qualified for the World Cup, and it was triple Norwegian. So that was, I think that's actually my best memory.
But was your result in Oslo this year ranked higher for you?
Yeah, they were ranked higher, and but I think like experience-wise and the kind of joy I felt after the pursuit in the Junior World Championship was actually maybe quite higher.
So do you have any role models in biathlon or outside of biathlon?
Well, we have to go with the GOAT, Johannes Bø, and
Yeah.
I really enjoy looking at Pogacar as well in the Tour de France.
Yeah.
And then Christian Blumenfeld is also a cool guy to follow.
Who's that?
It's a triathlete,
Okay.
the world's best triathlete.
Okay, after Jan Frodeno.
No, before him.
Yeah. Okay. So now you can put together your best biathlete in the world, and it doesn't matter if she or he is active, inactive, a man or a woman. Which attributes would you take and from whom?
Okay, that's a good question. Well, I have to go with the baseline with Johannes Bø. He has to be the base of this biathlete. And then I will actually go for the standing shooting to Martin Uldal, I think, because when you shoot a series on in 12 and a half seconds, I don't care if you miss. That is legendary, and I will have you on my team. And then, yeah, maybe, I don't know, you don't need that much more when you have Johannes there, but just to spice it up, maybe take Vebjørn Sørum's last loop.
Yeah. And any character you like most in biathlon that you know, maybe?
Ooh, I don't know, actually. But I think it's nice to see people you know on the big stage.
Yeah,
It's fun for this year when Vebjørn Sørum and Martin Uldal won their first World Cups races, that I've known them for many years and actually lived the whole year with Vebjørn. That is really cool. And also Isaac, when he was so good in Holmenkollen. I've been on the same team as him, and he's younger than me, and yeah, that's cool and inspiring.
Yeah, I can imagine that. So now imagine you had a big billboard in a big city, let's say, I don't know, Times Square in New York, and everyone can read it. Which message would you write on that billboard? And it shouldn't be a commercial.
Okay. So it's kind of a quote or
Yeah.
Okay. No, maybe I go with a little deep one that says the grass is not always greener on the other side. And,
so you might not change sports, right?
No, that you can read it that way, and you can. I feel like that's a quote you can, or a saying that you can really use to see that in the age of social media and that life is good on this side as well. So yeah.
Yeah, good words. Very good words. So yeah, before you leave, tell our audience where they can find you if they want to know more about you.
Yeah, so I'm mainly on Instagram, where my name is Einar_Hedegart, I think.
Yeah.
So it's just to search up my name. It's only one person in this world who is named the same as me, so it's not that hard to find. And yeah, I post regularly on Instagram, so yeah, check it out.
Nothing else? No TikTok or something like that?
No, I actually have. I do not have TikTok actually, so.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
but I am on Strava, but I don't post that much. But yeah, some of my training comes to Strava as well.
Okay, so just follow him there, and then yeah, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it, and hope to see you in Biathlon soon.
Thank you so much for having me.